In this lesson, what we'll be looking at is exercise 11.07, which is how to solve linear equations graphically. And to do this, we're going to be using a program called Desmos. So you can Google this, click on the first link, and that should be www.desmos.com anyway. And then that would allow you to go to a program that allows you to graph out any kind of equations that you want. So the question says, use the graph in example 18 above to solve each equation. We're not going to worry about example 18, but the key thing that to get here is just how to solve this equation using graphs or a graphical method. Then check your solutions. So you know what? I'm going to do this the opposite way first. I'm going to check this algebraically because we know how to do this already. So if I was to solve this algebraically, which you don't really have to write down, okay, you just got to listen. You plus 3 to both sides, as you know from before, and that would eliminate the -3, and 2x squared equal to 6. Then dividing by 2 on both sides to solve for x will give you that number 3. So there's our solution. But how do we aim to get this graphically? Well, what we're going to do here is the left side of this equation, which is 2x minus 3, we're going to graph that out on Desmos as y equals 2x minus 3. On the right-hand side, which is 3, we're going to graph out y equals 3. Let's do that both on Desmos right now. So, I have Desmos open, okay? And what you can do is you can actually make the step count here as 1 and then the step count here as 1 as well when you go into settings. This will allow all the numbers on the x-axis and y-axis to show. Then you would have to sketch y equals 2x minus 3, which I've already done here. So just type that out. And then you can go to the next equation down the bottom. And what you can do is you can sketch out y equals 3, which is that black line there. And what you just got to identify is what x value does that intersect at. So if you have a look at this coordinate here, okay, right, where it's going to intersect, that coordinate there is basically, just to type it up, that is 3, 3, basically. Okay, just letting you know that it is, that I'm looking at. And if you just go downwards towards the x-axis, okay, that will be right here. Okay, 3 is where it intersects. Okay, so x equals 3 is the x value of the intersection point. So we say that the answer to solving this equation is basically x equals 3. Now, if I want to do the next question, let's just say I turn these two off or I delete these because I don't need them anymore. If I go into question B, which says solve 2x minus 3 equals -7, well, I'm going to keep my 2x minus 3 there, but I'm going to sketch out y equals to -7. Okay, so y equals -7 is there. I look at where it intersects, so where it meets, and then I go upwards towards the x-axis, okay, and it would meet at x equals to -2 if you have a look at it carefully. Okay, so the answer for B is simply x equals -2 graphically. And then for question C, we've got 2x minus 3 equals 0, which means on the right-hand side, the 0 indicates we've got to sketch out y equals 0. So there's that green line on the x-axis. So where does it intersect as an x value? That will be 1.5. Okay, so the answer for this one is x equals to 1.5.